On this segment, we're at Heritage Hill, and I'm here with Lisa Sypek, the Marketing Admissions Director. And Lisa, thank you again for inviting us to Heritage Hill. Let's talk about what's happening, because it's always new here, but it's especially new now.
Oh, absolutely. We're always doing something different. We have so many nice people here from all walks of life that love what we have to offer, our amenities. We have their meals prepared for them here at Heritage Hill. They have their housekeeping done for them, their laundry done for them. They come and go as they please. It's a beautiful community where I feel more so now than ever before, it's a much better social type setting for the people who reside here. Because a lot of these people come from their own homes, and probably for quite a few years that they really haven't had a social life, you know, whether they're a widow or something like that. Or just up in age where they just couldn't get out as much and socialize with their own peers. And here at Heritage Hill, you see that. The friendships are made, people are doing things, they're getting involved with our vast variety of activities and stuff like that.
That's really important, because at the age they are when they come here, that helps keep you thinking young, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And you know, we have so much fun, and it's so wonderful to meet all these different people from, like I said, different walks of life. Who have done so many things in their life, and they have stories to share and a lot of common interests with the other residents here.
Let's talk a little bit about where it's located. Where exactly is Heritage Hill?
Well, we're right here in Weatherly, which is not far from Route 80, right outside of Hazleton, also Carbon County. We're in Carbon County. We've been here for 6 years, and we have been providing a great, assisted living personal care, including an Alzheimer's residence for those with dementia and Alzheimer's.
What type of person is the ideal candidate? I know in life things happen, and you're not always prepared for it, and so what type of person do you appeal to, so to speak, is all of a sudden they say, hey, that's where I'd like to go?
Well, there is so many different people out there that need assisted living or are looking at assisted living for different reasons. A lot of people here, like I have husbands and wives who live here. Just the overall doing the daily chores and running and doing things. They want a place where they can be, that they can come and go. They have their own vehicle, do their own thing. And then you have different situations where maybe somebody was in the hospital and they had a little setback, and maybe they need some rehabilitation and they want to possibly get some care and stuff like that. And then they end up staying because they just like the whole idea of what they're getting here. And then, of course, there's people who need a lot more care, and that's why we have the different levels of care here. We have a registered nurse, we have LPNs, we have our whole staff that can assist anyone, anywhere from someone who can do things on their own, basically, to someone who really needs full care, and that's what we can provide here.
So from independent living all the way to any care, that's what you're about.
Absolutely.
Now let's talk about when you come in. It's bright, it's cheery, there's a lot of people having fun. You alone, I see you interacting with everyone, and you know everyone by their name because you care.
Absolutely. I mean, I love each and every one of our residents. I get to know their families, and like I said, their history and where they've come from. And I think the best thing I see is when they come here, they're apprehensive. They don't know what to expect. It's a totally different situation. It's scary for some people, including the families, but once that initial, once they get acclimated to the situation, you just see it's almost like a butterfly coming out of a cocoon, and they just enjoy themselves so much, and they really bond with everyone, friendships and stuff like that.
What are some of the things that happen here? I mean, I know you have exercising and you do all these different things. Let's talk about it a little.
I mean, we do have the basic activities. We do, rosary programs, different denominations. We have different services, of course. We have the exercise program and the traditional bingo and stuff like that. But our activities department has really gone beyond and have implemented a lot new programs for our residents. We have dinner clubs, we have special events, we have parties, theme parties. We go out into the community and do things for the community. We do some volunteering in the community. So we really try to expand everything. And when we first get someone who moves in, we kind of do a little history on them as far as what their likes and dislikes and what they've done in their hobbies, and we try to implement those activities programs for those people too.
So you have a situation that's a beautiful place to live, has all the care you can possibly want, has many activities. Is there transportation that kind of helps them get around also?
Yeah, we have an optional transportation program, so if they need medical appointments and stuff like that to go to, including our activities and stuff when we go out and everything. So yes, transportation's available.
Now let's talk about the fact that, you know, as somebody comes here, you'd mentioned the Alzheimer's area and everything, and I know that that's always a touchy situation because when it happens to a family member, you want to help them, but you don't know how. And you have a lot of expertise here in helping people in that area.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that people with dementia and Alzheimer's and their families as caregivers are having such a hard time in their own lives trying to care for them. So that's why we have our special residence for those who have the memory impairments. And they have their own dining area, they have their own activities area, they have their own garden. I mean, they have so many amenities. And we try to keep their independence as much as possible, given their affliction with the disease, and just help them along so they maintain that quality of life that they so deserve.
What do you say to someone that says, I really think that sounds great, you know, and I'd like to come out and visit? What do you say to them about cost? Suppose they're thinking maybe I can't afford that, or how does that work? Do you have someone that helps work with them through that?
Okay, I'm usually the initial person that someone talks to when they call here at Heritage Hill. And what I do is I kind of get an idea of where someone's monies lie, their assets and stuff like that. There is a private pay cost. The one thing that is such a big help for a lot of people, and they may not be aware of it, and we've been doing this for 6 years now, is if they're a veteran or a widowed spouse of a veteran, there's monies out there that I can help them apply for to offset the cost of it and everything like that. So there are different ways, but they should definitely give a call and find out how they can enjoy such a great community as Heritage Hill.
Because it is, you know, and as we have shown as we're talking here, the different rooms and different things, it's just a beautiful place. In our last minute on this profile, what should we leave people thinking about when they think about, you know, this beautiful home and how they can best take advantage of it?
I think what they should think about is look at a situation of a parent, a loved one, and really see, are they getting along okay? Are they taking their medications properly? Do they seem happy? I mean, do they look, you know, if they're lonely and they're not being able to care for themselves, then it's time to look at assisted living and give us here at Heritage Hill a call, and I can just kind of guide them and let them know what we have to offer, and if the person that they are looking after or care about needs this kind of community setting.